Ladies and gentlemen, coming to the stage is MIKEKINGBIZ, the voice of RVA business media. At MIKEKINGBIZ, we celebrate the idea that business makes society better. On behalf of the whole MIKEKINGBIZ ecosystem, we say a big thank you.
Welcome to our first episode of Mind Over Match. My name is Jill, aka The Voice, and I am here with my co-host,
Desy, aka Lifestyle Desy. We're here to talk about the mental health of the sports and the aspect of being in sport.
Both of us are athletes. I'm a cheerleader at my high school, and Desy over here is a national champion in boxing.
A 5-time national champion. I just came back from Junior Olympics.
Wow. What else do you have planned in the future?
I might be going to Women's Festival, the boxing championship, or the opening of the national champion. What do you got going on?
So cheer just started ramping back up again. We actually started a couple weeks after school ended, but I just got back from a cheer camp at Virginia Tech, and it was so much fun. I definitely do like cheer, but there definitely is a mental aspect to it. And I bet there is a mental aspect with boxing too, because especially when you are fighting people, you're getting physically injured sometimes, but you can also be mentally injured.
Definitely. When I'm boxing, it's not really hard to mentally, but you really buy yourself into the sport. And you really have to think about it. You're just there by yourself and you have nobody else to rely on or put the fall on it. You just put the fall on yourself.
So do you like being in an individual sport, or do you sometimes wish it could have been more of a team effort?
I like being by myself. I don't like relying on other people. So it's really easy for me because I was a dancer for a long time, for 8 years. And I was relying on other people, and I just like being by myself.
You know, I feel that all the time, especially in school and even in my sport too, because cheer is an individual sport, but it can also be a team sport. And as someone who just grew up as an only child, I always have my moments where I'm like, okay.
I wish I was an only child. I got 10 siblings.
10 siblings? So dealing with boxing, dealing with school, dealing with all of those siblings, I bet sometimes it can just be a lot of pressure on your mind.
Would you rather be by yourself or with other people?
By myself, if I'm being very honest. I do love my community, I do love my friends, I do love my school, but you always have to have time for yourself, and I think that's the important part. The mental health aspect is because if you don't make time for yourself, if you don't know yourself as well, you can't really go far, you can't help other people. So you kind of have to know what's going on with yourself before you help others.
A lot of people like to be with other people to rely on them, put the fall on them, but you really can't do that because people really feel that way about that, so I understand.
Yeah, that's why I do like being in a sport where there's a team aspect in there, and I love my team, but there's also a little, when you're on the sideline cheering, you kind of have to blend in with everyone around you, but you're still cheering almost for yourself, so there's a little individuality in there. So, what got you into boxing?
What got me into boxing is I was a dancer for 8 years, and I just didn't like to, people was talking about me at dance, and then I was in school fighting, and then I kept getting in trouble. So when I came into boxing, it really made me, really think about, my discipline and not just doing anything out in the world. So I just started boxing, and it really calmed me down and made me really think about life for it.
Yeah, definitely boxing, when I think of it, can kind of be almost an intense sport, but it's very fun to watch. This isn't the same, but when I was younger, I used to always watch wrestling. I think I've been to at least 20 WWE matches.
20?
Yeah, I was always at WWE, and I know it's not the same as boxing, but I kind of understand where you're coming from because I loved wrestling. You should see all the belts I have.
Yeah.
Because, so I understand, what it's like in the arena. So when you're playing such an intense sport, how do you kind of balance it with being, either kind of your classmates or just in general without feeling almost angry all the time? If you even feel angry when you box.
I don't really feel angry. If I do feel angry, I'll just go to practice, hit the pads. It really is an outlet for me.
That's good.
It really made me block all the negative things people saying about me and just trying to throw rocks in my face. I'm a boxer or something. Okay, cool. But I just go to practice and just be me, be myself. I have a lot of confidence, so it really helps me.
Yeah, as you should. Definitely boxing can almost be, it's a sport for you, but it's also like a coping mechanism. It's how you deal with your stress, it's how you deal with your anger, and I have high respect for that.
How is cheerleading, like, how are you mentally in cheerleading?
Definitely, it's hard. I was a flyer. I mean, I'm 5 foot, so it definitely makes sense, but it also was a lot on your mind because when you're a flyer, everyone is looking at you. So if you fall, even if it's the base's fault or the backspot's fault, reality is the flyer's fault all the time, no matter what happens. It really could be all of your faults, but in the end, it's always the flyer. You're the one being seen. You're the one falling on the floor. So that just took a toll on my mental health, especially coaches. I have the best coaches now, but we've had rocky beginnings, rocky times, sophomore year, and definitely a lot of it is the coach too, because if you have the coach that I have right now who empowers you, who inspires you, then you believe you can do better. But if you have a coach who breaks you down and makes you believe that you're not going to get any better, you're untalented, that will really make you feel like I can't do anything. And that definitely made me feel a certain way about my performance. And I'm like, am I cut out for this? But when you realize you do have someone who believes in you and you can do something to change. Like now I'm a base and I backspotted at camp. And I realized that I do have potential and I do have a place on this team. So it definitely really helps, like, as you go on and kind of noticing, like, okay, flying wasn't working out for me, that's cool, but now I'm gonna try something else, and basing is just fine right now.
If you wasn't a cheerleader, what do you think it would be?
That's a good question. I think I really liked when I played lacrosse.
You did that?
Yeah, I played during sophomore year. I really wish I started at a young age because I wasn't bad, I just didn't have a ton of experience compared to like other teammates or other schools. So it definitely was a little trickier, but it was easy to learn. It was easy to get into, but I wish if I started lacrosse earlier, I think I could have been much better, and I really did like lacrosse a lot. Do you have any sport other than boxing?
Flag football.
Flag football?
I always wanted to play flag football, but I just didn't have the time for it. I should have did it. It would be fun. I see some of my friends doing it. Stuff, but this is really, really fun. I know I like football.
Yeah, you like football? Do you have a favorite team?
No, not right now. I haven't really been looking into it like that. I've just been focusing boxing. That's really it.
I understand. Me too.
Really
Kind of.
track. I was thinking about track.
Oh, track too. I did track in middle school. I ran 400. Yeah.
Or the hurdles. I want to do the hurdles.
Yeah. I really liked track, but I kept getting injured, just like leg injuries, and I even had an injury my freshman year because of cheer also, and that also like impacted my mental health a lot.
I had an injury too. I was at the I was on a roller coaster one day, and I was just riding a roller coaster, and then it made a sharp turn. I tore my shoulder, so I was really off of boxing for a little minute.
Oh wow! Was it at King's Convenience or any local?
It was at Busch Gardens, I think.
Oh wow!
Yes, I was off boxing for a minute.
See, yeah, roller coasters do that, especially because even after my injury freshman year, because I had a neck injury, I did a front tuck, landed so hard on my butt that I had whiplash. So of course with roller coasters, that's a big thing you get is whiplash. So I try to avoid them as much as I can because when you're just like banging your head on,
especially hitting the face,
it hurts. So when you had that injury, was that while you were
boxing
in your season? So did that impact it a lot?
Yes, I was really scared because I was just like holding back my shoulder and my like punch power. So I was just scared to like hit the pads. I was scared to hit something. It's like I just kept thinking that the pain was gonna really, really hurt even more. So that really affected my boxing.
Did it also kind of make you feel, at least when I get injured, did it also kind of make you feel like a little weak almost?
I still feel like my shoulder weak. I be trying to get it stronger and stronger, but it just takes time to bring it back for real.
Yeah, I understand. Because once you're injured, sometimes you have that period where, depending on how severe it is, sometimes you just can't do anything for a while, and it kind of makes you feel like useless. At least that's how I felt. Especially with the neck injury, just walking around with a neck brace at school.
I was so embarrassed.
It was so embarrassing. So I fully understand that. Definitely when I injured my neck, it was definitely a weird situation, especially because the neck is one of those injuries you shouldn't play about.
Yeah,
because
definitely.
one little crack and it's really bad. And I still have problems with it now. It's gotten better, but even vibrations, like if I fall hard or something, that vibration can kind of trigger it. And sometimes I had problems, not just with the neck, but with the nerves. So sometimes I feel tingling.
I feel tingling in my arms.
In your hands, arms. And then I also, with the neck, I didn't really know this could happen, but my jaw would sometimes lock just because of it. And so I wasn't just dealing with a mental injury or a physical injury, I was just dealing with everything. So
I was dealing with my arm getting locked up. I had to get it massaged out. I was dealing with my arm would just randomly get weak, or it was really bad. I was trying so hard to stay in practice.
I understand, but because we're both better now, we can kind of just keep working on it. Definitely exercises. I also get massages for my neck. Maybe every 2 months, and it definitely helps. It just feels just.
Did you have your cupping done?
I did get cupping done.
I get that done on my shoulder, my back. It helps.
Yeah, I do like cupping. I just didn't really like the process of it, but I did like it. Yeah, I definitely do think boxing and cheerleading, even though they're two very different sports, they all come with its own thing. And I think all athletes have to deal with some aspects of them feeling a little down on themselves, but it's good to spread out to the community that there's people there, there's people listening, there's people who want to advocate for your needs as well.
And one thing my dad always tell me, you work harder because somebody out there is always working harder than you. And that's what I always put in my head to me. You just keep pushing and pushing and pushing. So yeah, that's what everybody should think. Work harder because somebody out there is definitely working harder than you.
So you're a boxer, and I bet there's a lot of practices, a lot of matches. So how do you balance that with school and even just your outside life?
So balancing that with my school life is kind of easy, but it's really not, because I like to go outside. I like to have fun, but I really can't do that because I have practice all the time. So I just try to balance it out with I don't really go nowhere. I just stay in the house, go to practice, do my schoolwork, or probably on the weekends I ask my dad and see. If not, I'll be at practice for it. It's really, I don't really like going outside. I like to just be in practice, get the grind, and just really try to make it to the top before everybody else make it to the top. Yeah.
No, I feel that.
How about you?
I like to be outside. I do like seeing my friends at social events over the weekends, but also as a cheerleader, we're held to a very high standard because we're seen with our uniforms on, we're seen in school, people know our faces, so it definitely almost pushes me in a way. I don't feel like I have to go, when I do go to parties, I'm very mindful, but it also prevents me from doing stuff that I shouldn't be doing. So I think it holds me accountable for other things that I shouldn't be affiliated with. It's okay, people know who I am. People know my face, so I shouldn't be doing anything that can mess up my reputation, mess up my team's reputation. And I actually do like how it kind of pushes me to become a better person, because it makes me feel okay, I know what's expected from me and I know what to expect for myself, so I need to make sure I'm living up to that standard.
I feel you on that. When I be going outside, I just don't people recognize me, but I don't like when people recognize me, take a picture of me, or I don't like all that. It's or they'll just try to start a problem with you out of nowhere. Why are you started following me? You must not know who I am to really start following me. So I just be keeping it cool. I just go ahead. Like, I don't even argue with people. I just block all that out because that's really negative too.
Yeah, so coming off of, like, your social life, when you talk to different, like, genders, male or female, do you ever kind of feel weird talking to both? Like, sometimes with your boxer personality, sometimes females may even feel a little intimidated by that, but also males will also feel intimidated because they're like, okay, why are you doing hours for, as they like to say sometimes.
I don't really talk to the female. Well, I do talk to female boxers, but, like, sometimes they come off like a little, like, they don't really want to be bothered sometimes, or, like, you know how you see somebody in public, they just look like they just don't, like, rude, mean. But, like, the male, I always just make it like I'm really up there with y'all. Like, y'all can't really try to make it seem like I'm not up there with y'all. I'm really up there with y'all.
As you should. For every, like, a movie or a show you see, the cheerleaders are always supposed to be, like, the popular ones or known. But actually at my school, that's why I really like my school and why I transfer out my old one, because there's no, like, social, like, hierarchy. Like, the cheerleaders kind of aren't the popular ones or the boys. Like, we actually fit into the crowd, and that's what I really like, because I can have a social life of being a cheerleader, but I can be a student, I can be a leader, and I really do like that about my school, about my team.
I wish my school had, like, a boxing program. Because lots of people in my school like to box, but they just can't find a gym to box at, and I really want to be the person to put that in the school, a boxing program.
You should start one.
I was thinking about that. Talking about it with my counselor or, like, the principal, so they can, like, they have wrestling. Like, do wrestling.
Yeah.
I feel like more females should start boxing, because it's really an outlet for the females.
Yeah. You definitely should do that for boxing, and maybe if you want to spread it about, like, some females being in what people like to call, like, male sports, like football, or, like, I know one girl who plays baseball.
Yeah.
And so I do think that if you start a club for all females who feel like they can't play sport just because it's male dominated, that there's an outlet, there's something they can do, and kind of just spreading that.
Yes.
You should start that.
Because males think females can't do what they do, and we're really kind of better than what they do. We're really kind of better. So, yeah, and we take it, like, very, very serious. We don't lollygag. We really take our job serious.
So here's what to expect on the next episodes. We'll be bringing in athletes, mental health experts, coaches, teams, you name it, all over Richmond area. And here is how to reach us.
You can DM us on Mind Over Match RVA.
So you can catch us on the Mind Over Match show on the MIKEKINGBIZ Media Network, including ESPN Richmond Radio.
Yeah.
I am Lynn Lewis, your certified grief educator and host of Conversations That Matter, where we explore the people, experiences, and ideas that help us navigate life's many transitions. Loss shows up in many forms, and each one of our conversations offer wisdom, hope, and practical ways to move forward. So join us for another conversation soon.
Are we really doing this?
It's your call.
Call Federal Credit Union, your best call for mortgages.
Children's Hospital Foundation, the Cameron K. Gallagher Foundation, Jacob's Chance,
1,000 minutes of broadcast time donated.
Beyond Boundaries, the Virginia Down Syndrome Association,
Nonprofits telling their story, maximizing their impact.
Richmond Regional
I'm looking at that.
The Chesterfield Chamber
Right off the bat. But then after that, we're not doing a Remembrance Day. I'm sure you've been in a real thing where, you know, it's very structured.
Yes.
It ain't it.
Okay. I like that.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to On the Mic with Mike. Mike King here, coming to you from the Call Federal Credit Union Media Center, powered by Icon Realty Group. We're coming to you from high above Henrico. Yes, I've moved. So all my friends who are still continuing to go to the South Side, the Midlothian studio, I'm sorry for you. You've been warned. I know you guys. For 6 years, I came to you guys. Now you guys have to do a road trip. Sorry. Alrighty, so here we got, so for people who know me, I got a relationship with Sheltering Arms. Shout out to my man, Samar Lemons, who is out there. You can follow him on his social media, Smart Lemons. He did a radio show with me called the Lemon Drop, where he talked and interviewed people who were doing big things in the community. And part of that journey was at Sheltering Arms. So I got to give a shout out to my man, Michael Sparks, Philip Noel at Underground Kitchen. I'm sitting at this formal table. You know, it was a lot for me. You know, we got multiple court. I'm from Philadelphia, so you know I'm not out there hobnobbing with the hoity-toities. That for people who know Philadelphia people, that ain't us. Madam, Dr. Jewel is here. Welcome, ma'am.
Thank you.
Tell us who you are and what you do. That way we can get to the good stuff.
Okay. Well, so I'm Dr. Dion Jewel. I am president and CEO of Sheltering Arms Corporation and Hospitals. What is helpful for listeners to understand is that there are several companies whose first name is Sheltering Arms. We're all related. Sheltering Arms Institute is the clinical piece of our work. So that's our hospital out in Goochland, our 8 area clinics that provide outpatient therapy. That's where Samar would have started. We have Sheltering Arms Foundation, which is our development arm. So they raise money for our good work. And then we have Sheltering Arms community programs, for which I am solely responsible. Those are adaptive and medical fitness and day recreation services for people with physical disabilities.
So you had started as a physical therapist. That's a
I
training.
did.
Now you go on to the administrative side,
Sure.
the business side of it. What's it like when that part you're doing the work? You know, you get the gratification a person's doing. That's the physical therapy work. And then all of a sudden you come to the business side, and this is a business show. A lot of times it's not all that huggy. You know, there's tough decisions that have to be made. Why was that? Why'd you go to that, ma'am?
Well, one thing that being in a leadership role in this environment is that in some ways I get to touch many more people than I would touch every single day if I were still practicing. But the real trick to it is to remember our mission. Our mission is to serve people who need physical rehabilitation programs and services, regardless of their ability to pay for them. So we have a robust financial assistance program. And as long as my eyes are on that mission, then I get the reward knowing that I'm helping my colleagues deliver the quality of care and service people need.
How can people get information about Sheltering Arms?
Well, websites are the easiest way. If you were to get on your favorite search engine, Google is mine. So if you were to Google Sheltering Arms Institute, that would take you to a webpage that describes our hospital and our clinics. We provide the care there in collaboration with VCU Health. So that's our joint ventured business. If you just Google Sheltering Arms, you'll find our community programs. So again, our fitness program, Samar, in fact, has been a member of our fitness programs as well. Our day recreation program. And then you can find Sheltering Arms Foundation by searching Sheltering Arms Foundation.
So a lot of times when I deal with whether it is someone in the medical field, we're dealing with grief, we got our grief educator in the building. People show up to your place at the worst time.
They do.
At a very tough time. So what is it like when they come in and all of a sudden you see the light come on? You're dealing with our good friends over at Ronald McDonald house. You know, it's not just a sick child. You're dealing with the whole family who has. They show up there and eventually they realize that they found a police. They found an organization to help them because their world came to an end. Or either they've been in this care, they tried, they didn't know. What's it like when that light comes on?
Well, I often say that physical rehabilitation is an investment in hope. And so our role is to help reveal the opportunity and hope that lies in any situation. And to your point, it's not just children. Adults who suffer a stroke, a brain injury, a spinal cord injury, they lose a part of a limb, they're grieving that loss. And it affects the whole family, not just that individual. So our job is really to care for the entire group and help them step by step see that there are still possibility in their future.
How long have you been a CEO?
I'm wrapping up my 6th year.
Okay. So that will put you right around COVID time.
Exactly.
Congratulations, ma'am. What did you guys as an organization learn from COVID? Whether it was here or in the industry, we never did that. We would never do that. And now all of a sudden you found out, you know what? That thing kind of works.
You know, I would say that, well, 2 things happened for us. We actually opened our then new hospital just over the line in Goochland County in June of 2020, in the middle of the
Congratulations.
pandemic. No vaccines, no treatments available at that point. We were successful in doing that without any outbreak or any kind of transmission problem for the infection. So we're very proud of that. You know, I think the biggest thing for us was to be very open with our team members about what we knew, about what we didn't know. We gave them the ability to also provide information about what they were seeing, what seemed to be working, what didn't seem to work. So it was really a group effort, not a top-down, we're going to do it this way, it has to be that way, because we didn't know what we didn't know. And everybody had access to some kind of observation or information that might be important.
Okay. We're here, Sheltering Arms is in the building. We talk to business leaders all the time, and we ask them about culture. How do you, because a lot of times people can't tell you what's good culture. People may stumble over it. They might have an idea here or there. But if you ask me about bad culture, where they can give you chapter and verse, they can tell you, how do you set good culture in an organization?
So one of the challenges we had when we formed our new partnership with VCU Health was to bring 2 cultures together, because team members from both organizations were coming to work at this new hospital.
Okay.
The leader of the clinical enterprise is someone you may have met, Alan Lombardo.
Yes, he was there the day we were at your house.
Yes, very good. So Alan is really the person who was given the responsibility to blend the 2 cultures together.
Oh, I didn't know that's what his role was.
He is the leader of the institute. So he too is a physical therapist, but he has a remarkable ability to see the positive aspects of even the most difficult situations and to call them out and to encourage the team to do the same. So he really gets the credit for bringing together two different groups of people into a unified culture and team over the last six years. We just celebrated our 6th birthday.
Congratulations on that. And I could feel, now that you said that, he did seem like a clinician, like a person in the medical. So I tell people, the Army gave me a wife, medic, LPN, turned into an RN 46 years ago. I found my wife with scrubs on. So you know what? When I see people with scrubs, I give them a thumbs up, like, thank you, gave me a wife, Uncle Sam. So I really appreciate that. When we go to your facilities, you just get the feeling that, you know, keeping the morale of the troops up, and people show up, and your people really just uplift the folks who come in. Because I asked, you know, when I'm there with Samar, I'm like, it's just like he just raves about the folks over at Sheltering Arms. As the CEO, and so the program here is 60% women who follow us. And I had a panel not too long ago on women CEOs. It's a different job. And I had a lady tells me my husband is a fine gentleman, but he wears one hat, maybe 2. Like my wife does not give me, you know, there's a lot of responsibilities, because something, and the people who know me, they were like, okay, Mike, you know, let some of this go. women wear a lot of hats.
We do.
On a regular basis, juggling, you're momming, you're working, you're doing all those things. Ma'am, hold on a second. You got to give us some words of encouragement. We don't have a budget like Sheltering Arms. This $5 store for my granddaughter Isabella. We'd like to thank you very much. All right, ma'am. For the young women entrepreneurs, CEOs out there, some words of wisdom, because you guys have to, juggle a lot of things at once.
Well, one of the things that's important for us is that the person who created Sheltering Arms in 1889 was a woman who didn't have the right to vote, didn't have a college education, didn't work outside the home. But she saw a need in the community and she rallied her friends and allies to create Sheltering Arms. If she can do it, we can do it. We have so many more advantages in this day and age, but it does take seeing a need or an interest. It takes focus. It also takes some flexibility. You might be surprised at where you find yourself. Never once did I say out loud, I want to be a CEO someday, and yet here I sit. Because I was able to weave together different opportunities that had come my way over time, weave together different connections, get to know Sheltering Arms very deeply and believe in the mission, and all of that helped prepare me. So I would also say keep your mind and heart open.
One of the things, so we do, at a time I was in the medical field, I love that medical field. I love being able to help people. All the things, as I was telling Monica out earlier, my wife she would like patient care. That really wasn't my thing. I like the emergency. I worked in emergency rooms. It's fast paced and there's nothing to do, but there's a definite beginning and end period that you're dealing with people. And so it is that environment. When you go between different organizations in your group, you run into different environments. What's it like? Okay, so now I know maybe they're on the best behavior because you come in, but you hear about what's going on all the time for people saying, I went to your place and man, they did this for my cousin, they did this for my mom. Touch on what that feels like, because we got to get the next generation of caregivers.
We do. Right now, we definitely need nurses, that's for sure. I think it's helpful to remember that working in a healthcare environment, wherever your calling is, whether it's in the emergency room, whether it's in the delivery room, whether it's in our spaces where rehabilitation is happening, you're in there helping a person who needs support, needs guidance, needs your expertise, recover their lives in some fashion. Maybe not exactly the way they used to be, but you're helping somebody get back to a purpose, to a family, to a role, to engagement in life in the way that they can. That is very rewarding, but it's also so important because our ability to be successful as communities depends on people like Samar, who has a profound spinal cord injury. But he's not letting that stop him from making a positive impact on the world. And my job and my colleagues' jobs is to help people like Samar see that they can still have that very important impact. That's an amazing contribution in my mind.
Shout out to my friend Beth Murphy over Bryant and Stratton, pushing out nurses into the workforce. We'd like to thank her for that. When you look at so you deal with the medical side, but you also deal with the business side. Two totally different things. Touch on the business environment that you see in Richmond and the surround. And what's the footprint for Sheltering Arms?
So we have a 144-bed hospital that is in the far west end. It's just over the line in eastern Goochland County.
Okay.
We have 8 clinics that provide therapy services that are in the metro. So we have 3 in Chesterfield County, we have 1 in Hanover, we have 2 or 3 in Henrico, and 1 in the city right now. So we're, drive the beltways around, and that's where we are.
Okay. do you ever look at expanding?
We do.
And when you're looking to do that, how do you pick an area from a business standpoint? You say, okay, we're going to go and put something there.
Part of it is looking at what the population and demographics, look like in an area. So we know Chesterfield County is growing like gangbusters. Okay. So the question is, who's moving there? What are their healthcare needs? Can we make a difference for those folks? How old are people? A lot of this is not by individual, but there's publicly available data that we can look at
Older
that says
community.
Yes, or you can look and see where are 55 plus communities being developed or continuing care communities. All of that informs our thinking about where we think we can make a difference and add a clinic to do that.
So Mike King, Dr. Jewell is here with us. There was a time when you were, an upper comer. You'd walk in and you'd see, oh, that's that person. Oh, that's that person. Ma'am, now you're that person. So what's it like, when people, a friend of mine, and she was there that night too, Jennifer Montague from the Columbia Gas.
Yes.
And she said, I'd heard her say, a lot of times women are over-mentored and under-sponsored. They can tell you how to get there. Oh, we ate ramen for, 29 weeks in a row. But that's it. But them getting you into a room that you're not in, that's the sponsorship part.
Mm-hmm. Well, and another word that I use often is finding an ally and being an ally. So for me, when I started in this role, what I told the team was that I viewed my job as I'm here to clear the way for your success in whatever role you have. So I think for anybody, men or women, having a philosophy about what your leadership approach, about what you hope to do, helps. Now, if you're in your late 20s, early 30s, you're just really getting started in a profession, it might take a while for that to form, and that's okay. I would say don't be afraid to walk up and stick your hand out. If you're in a group setting, a social setting, a business setting, and there's somebody who you want to know or somebody you admire or somebody that you think, oh, they wouldn't want to talk to me, first of all, you'd be surprised. Learning what the journey is for people who are just getting started helps us understand our own team. It helps us realize that just because I've, gotten to this point in my career, I work with many more people who are just like that shy or, quieter person who says, oh, Dr. Jewell wouldn't want to talk to me. I absolutely want to talk to you. I want to understand where you are, what you're dealing with. If you have questions about my journey or you think I can help you, then let's talk about that. That for me is allyship or sponsorship.
Let the church say amen. Because a lot of times people think you're unapproachable. Mm-hmm. I mean, and it no matter what level you're at, but Richmond seems to be the kind of place where you can, I've only been here since 2014, but, the community's been open and people will talk to you. So congratulations on all that you have going. So for a group that's out there, the foundation part, explain that to us.
Sure. So the woman who founded Sheltering Arms, when I said she rallied friends and allies to create a free hospital, because that's what it was all volunteer. And we took donations in kind to support the hospital. But over time, community members who had some resources left money to us. That money was invested over many, many years. And then when we formed the partnership with VCU Health, that was the first time that we actually organized a true capital campaign and put together a development team. It's currently led by a man named Mac McElroy. And their job is partly to help raise money. I mean, that is the principal job, but really they're ambassadors for our work because they're the ones out and about in the community talking about what Sheltering Arms is, what we do, why it's important to invest in it, why people should be happy that it's in Richmond. So they talk to people about making donations. They talk to companies about making donations. But just as importantly, they spread the word about our work. And you need evangelists out there to help really connect with the community who might not know the name or what we do.
As my dad would always say, changing the world ain't cheap, easy, or free.
Nope.
Money got to change hands somewhere. And it's also good to have friends.
It is.
So that's the idea. So anytime that you want, I always joke with a friend of mine who's in development, Nanette Shore, I'd say to you guys, hug people until some money falls out. And clearly, and she's like, Mike, don't say it like that. But really, when people want to change, when you want to impact people's lives, sometimes, we need the friends who can go ahead and, and give us some resources so that it can help the next person. Mm-hmm. So, Artie, ma'am, one last time, how can people reach? Do you guys have anything big coming up that we need to know about?
Anything big coming up? So in March, we'll come back around about this, but every other year we host a gala called The Power to Overcome. And that is really where we showcase some of our former patients or clients, as well as team members, the work that we do, their journeys. It's not a full black tie event, but a nice dressy cocktail kind of event. We serve a plated meal, so we'll be getting the word out about that. Coming up sooner, September is, and I don't remember the exact dates, but there's a week in September that's National Rehabilitation Awareness Week. We have a giving day associated with that. And we have events going on all that week. So if you follow our social media, that's probably the easiest way to find us. If you follow Sheltering Arms Institute or Sheltering Arms on Facebook, on Instagram, on LinkedIn, you'll see announcements about all our events.
Yeah, I see you guys are all over the place.
We are.
You have to let people know what you're doing, because as many times as you think you tell people, someone will say, so exactly what do you guys do? And I'm like, you've never seen the TV commercials, you've never seen on social media. So we'd like to thank you for coming on the program, ma'am. As I always say, folks, make sure you support Sheltering Arms and all the folks out there doing amazing things. You can follow me on social platforms, which is On the Mic with Mike, MIKEKINGBIZ. That's where we are. And as I always say, make sure you take care of our sponsors and advertisers, because, as I always say, the microphone ain't free, and my grandkids need stuff. Yes, they do.
My name is Isabel, and you're listening to MIKEKINGBIZ. Hubby, that's my scam.
So, ladies and gentlemen, I just have to say I was, obliged to play that. My wife makes sure that I get that in there so I can remind people. One mic with Mike, Dr. Jewel has to go. Thank you.
Kelly Lemon from the Virginia Wayside Furniture Studio for an all-new episode of 8 at 4. It's Kelly. All right, here we go.
Hey, it's Matt Pachilli from the Virginia Wayside Furniture Studio for this food-filled
I'm
episode.
Kelly Lemon.
And I'm Michael Paul Williams.
And welcome to the After the Monuments podcast.
Happy playoff season, 804 football fans.
For the Richmond Times-Dispatch, this is Jeff Shapiro.
I'm Justin Lowe, food writer for N4 Magazine and dining critic for the Richmond Times-Dispatch, and I'm here to tell you where Richmond eats.
Our marketplace is accelerating at an unprecedented rate. At Lee Enterprises Virginia and the Richmond Times-Dispatch, we are investing in the tools, talent, and technology to tell your story through a fresh lens, lifting local brands and helping businesses grow. Let us help you amplify your message, reaching the right audience at the right time.
Welcome to the Road to Richmond bracket unveiling.
And so at one point I was a type 2 diabetic. I had high blood pressure, high cholesterol. My doctor looked at me and said, "You will be dead in 10 years if you don't change." And I thought, oh, wait a minute, I'm kind of cute. And I got a couple more things I want to do. And I changed, and the medication changed. And I thought, food is the key. But when I go into my neighborhood, what do I see? I see a sign for alcohol, and that's fine, and cigarettes everywhere, and that's fine. But I don't see the same for fresh fruit and vegetables. So as you go into nicer neighborhoods, I had the ability to work in San Francisco, and you have farmers markets, and you have access to beautiful things I had never heard of, or I could pronounce, or I could see. And I thought to myself, what would it mean to make that accessible for more people? So long story short, met a man, moved to Virginia, and he said to me, "I own 36 acres. What do you own, and what will you do?" And I said, "Well, I'll buy that little land over there." And we did. And then within a year, we created with other partners, so we did not do this alone. With other partners, we created a food box, and we gave away 50 a year ago today. We created Brunswick Agriculture a year ago today because we live in Brunswick County. And if I'm not mistaken, 82% of Brunswick County is African American. Yet, if I'm not mistaken, we're the 4th highest in cancer and the 4th lowest school district. So when you work with that, again, I'm a clinical social worker. I cannot deal with problems in the sense that we have no solution. So for us, we said, this is a problem. There is a solution, so what is it? And so we created Brunswick Agriculture, and our motto is do it, move it. I'm not going to sit and talk to you about the problem because we understand what it is. So that is our starting point and meeting point. From there, our goal is to always create manageable outcomes, measurable outcomes. Right? We are not asking for change overnight, but what we are telling you is it is possible, and we will meet you where you are and then move you forward. And if we can't, we will leave you alone and continue. And so what we did was created food accessibility. And over the last year, we have connected chefs from Virginia all over. So Virginia Beach, Hampton area, all the way down to Brunswick County. And we have not said we don't have a food truck. We've put 60,000 miles on our truck to deliver food. When we had an issue with one of our crops, 6,000 plants in the ground. Long story short, we can't access those anymore. That's fine. There are other small farmers all over the community, and we are out every day meeting them, connecting with them, and buying their crops. So again, it doesn't matter what the problem is. We have a solution. And if we reach out, and we've done this with Mike, and Mike has reciprocated, and now we sit in this room. So I say to you and you all, a year ago, we sat in a cabin that was 700 square feet with no running water and no electricity. Not because we couldn't afford more or do more, because we put everything we had into what we believed in. And because of that, we created a space at this table. And it is powerful. It is immensely powerful to understand what we create with each other and together. And so we have touched and agreed, my husband and I, that we would be here at every opportunity to say, how can we help you? How can we create a solution? How can we do it moving? Whatever obstacle may have been there before, whatever conversation you had before, it doesn't matter. We have a manageable outcome for you and a measurable outcome for you, and we will meet you there. So what we have is 50 acres for you to access. That means you can walk, you can run, you can bring your bike, you can pet a goat, a chicken, a turkey, a duck, a rabbit, but not a cow.
Not a cow.
But not a cow. You can come in and talk to someone.
You are here, helping us give everyone the chance to live a longer, healthier life, free from breast cancer. You are survivors, you are thrivers and supporters. You are the heartbeat of the #1 breast cancer movement in the country. You are making strides against breast cancer.
Making Strides Walk of Central Virginia at Monroe Park on October 17th at 9 a.m.
Ladies and gentlemen, Mike King here down in the big city of Petersburg. I got my man, the Councilman Howard Myers here. So I would say welcome to the program, but we're in your town.
Hey, Mike, thanks for coming to us.
Okay, so we don't have long to talk because this man is busy.
Oh, we running.
Okay, so exactly what are we doing down here today?
Mike, we're doing our grocery giveaway today here at Sycamore Towers. We're going over to Lafayette House, and then we're going to Laura Gardens.
Okay, and this is something that's done on a regular basis?
Regular basis. From now on through December. I'm sorry, through December.
Okay. And so we're inside. We have the footage. It's a madhouse in there. It is packed. People need help, and you guys are providing the service.
Absolutely. I hear every day that their food stamps have been hacked. That doesn't help the person who needs food.
No, that does not.
No.
One of the things that we're talking about, and we've had a conversation, you are running for office once again.
Yeah.
And this is a business show that people know me before. Business does help society be better. All those things have happened. You're helping people get food, get housing, all those things. Explain why that's so important to you, because you've done it for a very long time.
It's important to me. Family is still. We grew up in Richmond, Virginia, over the north side. That's what we did. We helped our neighbors, made sure that everyone had some need, especially our seniors, together, running toilets, all of those things back in the day. It was a promise from our family to always give them.
So today's a big day, but there's always things going on in the community here. Touch on really quickly some of the other initiatives that you have going.
Other initiatives here, so we've got housing, rent to own, we have down payment assistance, we have a plethora of food giveaways here, not only for our seniors, but for the entire city of Petersburg. Our whole city thing at Mount Olivet Baptist Church on every first Monday from now until December. I'm there until July. Working on our infrastructure, our casino, and all of those things that are magical for us here.
It is a thriving business community. Just so really quickly touch on that because people think it's a casino. It's a lot more things happening in town.
This is how we're talking. The casino is not going to save Petersburg. It's going to be thriving businesses that help support the casino and the city of Petersburg collectively. This is not just about a casino. This is about a multitude of small businesses coming together to kind of continue to grow wealth here in the city of Petersburg.
That's right, that Councilman Howard Myers is here. Oh, you guys are having
town hall, I believe, August 16th.
We'll be down there, so MDO will be there. That's here. It's a madhouse down here in Petersburg. It is a thriving community with always helping the citizens who are in need. Mike King, Howard Myers, how can we find you, sir?
804-590-7988. 804-590-7988. Call the clerk of court, not the court, I'm sorry, the clerk of City Council, Tangi Hill, at 804-733-2332.
See, ladies and gentlemen, he didn't just give you his email address. He said, call him with the phone, and he got it in his pocket.
I get my phone number out all the time.
That's what we're talking about. One of Mike Howard Myers. The man got to go. He got work to do.
Yeah, we got
Thanks, now. Take care.
Thank you.
In a world where quality business information is needed, we bring you On the Mic with Mike, the leading social enterprise business show in RVA. Join Mike King, the partnership guru, as he delivers game changers in Metro RVA. On the Mic with Mike showcases how business can help make society better. He discusses tech, culture, innovation, best business practices, and highlighting area nonprofits. Join Mike Monday through Friday, because it is the place where the best and brightest come to chat.
Mike King says,
all I do is win, 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 no matter what. Got money on my mind, I can never get enough. And every time I step up in the building, everybody hands go up. And they stay there, and they stay there, and they stay there. Cause all I do is win, win, win. And if you going in, put your hands in the air, make them stay there.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to On the Mic with Mike. It is the premier business radio program around. I'm your host, Mike King. I appreciate you being here with me. The views expressed here are mine. I have no connection to, support of, agreement with any of the host information ads on the station. I don't work for the station. My program just airs here on a daily basis, and I'm grateful of that. Join me as this cutting-edge show. We uplift the community, showcase RVA in a different way. The sounds you're listening to are emanating from the MIKEKINGBIZ studio, which is the global epicenter of social enterprise business. You can follow me on social platforms, which is hashtag on the mic with Mike RVA, hashtag MIKEKINGBIZ. I'd like to thank our show sponsors. That is Tom Childry, the credit card guy, Andy Taylor, Junk Luggers, Rob White, Fast Signs, Chris Mayfield, who is Profusion Consulting. We also have Mama Shell's Cafe and others. We'll go through them as we go along and show them some love. You can also see them on our Facebook page as well as Instagram, who we're out there rocking with. So we'd like to thank you. So today, friend of the family came back. You've heard her before. Nicole Mason of Glean LLC. See, I got that this time. I got it this time. So she is here with us. Alrighty, I always say, elevator pitch, who are you and what you do.
Yeah, good morning. My name is Nicole Mason and my company is Glean LLC. Our goal is to create job opportunities in the city of Richmond for people who are either unemployed completely or underemployed. And we use commercial cleaning as a vehicle to do that.
Every time I see you, you're getting some kind of accolades. You know, your name is popping up all over the place. I talked to you about, how you make dreams come true. Give a person an idea of putting Glean together. You guys you prayed on, and we talked about this before, you prayed on a vehicle, got a driver, and all those things. Talk about making dreams happen.
Yeah, I think when you have a vision that's bigger than you, it can be super intimidating, and you can think, how in the world am I going to make this happen? And the joy of having a vision bigger than you is that you know that you have to rely on someone bigger than you to make it happen. So for some people, that might be friends and family. For other people, that might be their faith. And for me, it was just my faith, along with friends and family and people who got behind the vision.
All righty. Mike King, Nicole Mason is here. When did you know you had something?
Oh, Mike, we're in year 5.5, so I'm still like,
you got something. You got something out there, because I always see you always at the forefront. I remember when we were with Diana McMullen and you were talking about you had this dream and you were in the process there. Concrete, when people started looking at you as not Nicole Mason, the person, not the therapist that you were in a prior life, all of a sudden you're looking at you as a business owner.
Yeah, I mean, it's just been amazing what can happen with a seed. And all I had at the beginning was really a seed of an idea, started sharing it with people, and we got our first contract before we even had employees. So that catapulted me into a position where it's like, okay, people are getting behind this vision. They see where we're trying to go. So now I need to do as much as I can possibly to make it happen. So
when you're putting things together, and people talk about a business plan. When now you're at year, is it 5?
5.5.
5.5. That's right.
Don't forget that half.
What? As you said before, put some respect on that half. We just can't let that go, because a lot of times you're like, I'm trying to make it to that half.
Yeah.
So when you're out there, what's the next thing for you when you get to the 5.5 year mark? What's the next benchmark for you?
Yeah, one of the things that even in my previous profession and now, the consistency is I love connecting people. So I think the next step of where we're really trying to go is on our website now, there's a button that says Glean Network. And we're trying to create a network of other commercial cleaning companies, power washes, people who are generally in the cleaning service industry, which is massive. That's carpet cleaning, that's disinfecting, all the things. What would it look like for us to join forces, and these big dollars that are coming to the Hampton Roads area, to Richmond, they're federal dollars that are being poured into our community, but because some of us are smaller, we don't approach those things because we think we can't take it on, but we could totally take it on as a collective. Mm-hmm.
So you operate now, which areas do you work in?
So we're in the Richmond metro area. I see a sign in here for University of Richmond. They are our furthest customer. They have a golf course way out in Goochland, and we've had them for a few years, but that's the furthest we go for right now.
So you work with University of Richmond. When was it that you got one of the first big ones in name when you were like, wow, okay, this is kind of like something?
To be honest with you, when Facebook called, I was like,
Facebook?
What's happening?
Okay, wait. Oh, okay. The Facebook out on the East End.
When COVID happened, Facebook was in a position, and I think I can disclose this, they were in a position where they really needed to have contingency plans. If their primary cleaning company wasn't able to submit folks, could they have backup cleaning companies? And so when they called, that really kind of put my alert up, like, how did you find us? And Google is a master of all kinds of things, so it was a great experience to just.
So when you walk into the building, this is what's playing. So when Facebook called, you felt like that. It's like, okay. I always say to people, there's power in numbers. So you're putting together a team, individual folks doing their own thing,
yes,
to be able to capture big dollars.
Because the old school mentality was really a franchise owner gets this portion of money, and then you do all the work as if you're not an employee, but they're treating you really like an employee. So I don't know if you know about the African American Museum in DC. I went there recently, and the display at the top of the building, which I hadn't made it to until then, was about collectives, how we originally did that. Our community was based on masonry collectives, like people who were in the funeral business had a collect. They were working together, and I think that we can do it. I think we just have to kind of weed out people who don't have integrity, who are not doing what they said they're going to do, who are kind of hustling versus kind of creating a business. There's room for hustling, because I did that.
Okay, let me stop you right there. Now I'm from Philadelphia.
Okay.
We are the king of hustling.
Hustle.
We hustle. And, even when I got a friend of mine, Maya's going to come on too.
Okay.
And so Maya talks about, and even from the business standpoint, I had some folks on, you can only hustle to a certain point. Because hustling is you're always grinding.
Okay.
But you can't scale hustle.
That's true.
But see, I come from the old school. We hadn't thought of it that way. It's just like, we grind and we hustle and we hustle. And you always got to have your hands in it that way. So you younger folks are like, nah, that's not the way.
Yeah.
So let's talk about where hustling eases up and you start putting policies and procedures in place.
I think you said it when you are trying to scale, and I don't want to use a bad analogy or euphemism, but if you look at drug dealers, at some level, you can't always be on the corner.
No.
You got to have a game plan. You have to have people working for you. So I'm not saying that we're
but
endorsing,
we understand.
But anything with systems can grow. When you don't have systems, you can't grow it. You can't duplicate it. You can't recreate it. None of those things.
So that's what on the mic with Mike ESPN Richmond. That's what I built here with this thing right here. I tell people we built this like a hip hop label. I'm Dre. That's what it comes down to. And you know what I tell people? For people who are not old enough, I remember the World Class Wrecking Crew.
Okay.
I remember NWA.
Okay.
And also you start looking at 50, Kendrick Lamar. He's sitting on something right there.
Yeah.
That's why I put people, we work to put people in position to win.
Nice.
We're out there hustling.
Nice.
That's why Khaled always says we the best. That's the bottom line, because if you don't think so, who will?
That's true.
All right, here's another thing I always talk about. So when you look at what you're doing now as the big kahuna, how do you set culture in an organization?
Man, that's a very timely question, because my mom and I were just having this conversation yesterday, and my 92-year-old grandfather and I had the conversation right after. So I recently something has happened that caused me to think that I need to help people understand the culture they're coming into. And my mom and I were having a conversation of, can you teach character to adults, or do you need to help them understand the culture of character that you're expecting, and then just set the standard and let them make the adjustment? So I'm still navigating what that looks like. But for me right now, I think it is, my grandfather said, you have to make the decision now, or it could cost you your company. So, when you don't have a standard and you just, have open arms and you want everybody to come in and kind of, as long as you're willing to work so as long as you're willing to work and you have integrity, you do what you say you're going to do, you are where you say you're going to be, and you don't take things that are not yours. That's the culture we're creating. Teamwork, people who look out for each other, things like that.
On the mic with Mike, ESPN Richmond, that's where we are.
Harvey's Best Business Radio program on the mic, and Mike can be heard here on ESPN Richmond, the worldwide leader, 5 to 7 a.m., 106.1.
ESPN Richmond, that's where we are, Mike King. This is the MIKEKINGBIZ Radio Network, which is ESPN Richmond, 106.1 every day from 5 to 7 a.m. The Choice, 105.3. That's where we are every day from 2 to 3, as well as International Business Growth Radio. What we do is we talk to game changers on a daily basis. Sometimes our guests are so good that we have to play this.
Oh my God.
There you go.
I
Mike
love
King.
that
Mike King, Nicole Mason is here of Glean. How can people find you out there?
Yes, they can go to gleanllc.com. That's clean with the G. So GLEANLLC.com. We are on Instagram. We're on Facebook. We're on LinkedIn. We're on probably any platform you can find it. We're on YouTube.
You are on all the platforms.
Yes.
Here's what happens when now, this is a disclaimer.
Uh-oh.
I'm 62 years old.
Okay.
I got a lot of miles on me. Some of them, you know, I'm okay. I was blowing up and just praising Glean. GLEAM.
And
I know.
oh,
I know. And the people are like, who are you? What do you mean? We don't know who you are, sir. Oh, then I look, oh, you're not the person out there hyping.
oh wow.
Yes, they reminded me.
That's interesting.
Yes.
Yes.
So yes, so that's
Yes, there is a Glean in Australia as well. I've talked with her. It's very exciting. We both are in commercial cleaning. So
I know.
yeah.
I met him by accident. I was like, you guys are great. Sir, who are you?
We are great. Who are you?
Exactly. We are great. But listen. Okay, so let's talk about what's the next market. So you had looked at, you have the Richmond market right now. When you put everyone together, you'll be able to go out further. What would be the next geographical step for you?
So I think in terms of strategy, what we can do as a collective is completely different from how I've seen commercial cleaning businesses scale and recreate. So in the most recently, we had a Food Network movie set cleaning that we did. And they called back and asked, hey, do you have a location in Atlanta? And I said, we're in Richmond, Virginia. We're not in Atlanta. But I called a colleague who is in Atlanta who had been doing conversations, and she'd been mentoring me for 2 years, sent her the business and she was able to do it. So I think, you know, once you start developing relationships, both locally and extended, people can send you business, you can send them business. And we cut out kind of that middleman of, you have to go to a franchise, you got to wait for their sales department to find you leads, you got to pay them for a lead to come back. You know, I think that's an antiquated way of doing business. And it is not in the best interest of the masses, it's in the best interest of a few. And that's not what I want to be a part of.
So in other words, for the franchisor, great deal.
Yes.
Franchisee, questionable at best.
I'm sure people have strong opinions on both sides, but I would just venture to say that if I'm going to be have the responsibility of an entrepreneur, but treat it as an employee, there is a problem.
So the idea is Nicole Mason does what Nicole Mason wants to.
No, I wish I could.
Well, you are. I mean, because you have the ability as the owner of Glean to basically make the moves that you want, and you don't have to check with a franchisor to make it happen.
Yes, but I do have bosses, which are all of our customers, and I think the culture of my business is servant leadership. So I feel a sense of responsibility, which I was talking about this morning, for all of my staff. If they're not thriving, and I say that this is a place where you can come and thrive, then I feel a sense of responsibility. So I not only have bosses of customers, but I have my staff to be hold accountable.
See, ladies and gentlemen, that's why I brought her here. That wasn't the question. No, that wasn't the answer. I was like, no, I'm the boss. I'm running. Okay, no, Mike, that's not great. So you're listening to On the Mic with Mike. We are the best business radio program around, coming to you from ESPN Studios. What we do is we talk to game changers who are out there making a difference. We're the best business radio program around. Why? Because we do get the best. We'd like to thank, we have fancy, and famous people who check out the program. We do, and just for we have some guests in studio right here who have some ties to my hometown. And this is just something I'm going to play for them.
Hey, yo, Richmond, it ain't about how hard you hit. It's about how hard you can get hit, but keep moving forward. This is the Italian stallion. Say the one and leave Philly and come to RVA. I always check out my man, MIKEKINGBIZ, on ESPN, 5-7 a.m. The champ of business talk radio. The man.
The new campus at Bryant and Stratton College strengthens relationships with our employers because it strengthens our talent pipeline within Chesterfield County. Employers gain access to well-prepared graduates ready to contribute to the workforce in the county.
We are so excited that with the YMCA and Bryant Stratton College that we've got the opportunity to support student learning. It is so wonderful to have this new campus here in the Richmond and Chesterfield area. There is accessibility to connect the business community alongside of the campus. So for the student, it really provides a well-rounded experience because I think there's the opportunity to grow and to be able to grow the offerings at the campus.
We are so fortunate. Our employer and community partners recognize that by working with Bryant and Stratton College, they're helping to train their future employees. The space really reflects what our employers are telling us that they need from our graduates. Employers impact our curriculum, they impact our clinical sites and internships. They are a partner with us as we educate our students.
I think from the perspective of keeping the campus with a regional focus, so in Chesterfield, serving and pulling from the Richmond community as well. Our entire region is focused on workforce development. We are focused on helping people reach their highest potential, and the education pipeline to the workforce development pipeline is absolutely critical. So the access to the classes, the experiences, it's an amazing campus that support education and provide more access to opportunity and grow the partnerships because of the new location.
I am so proud that Bryant and Stratton College, its graduates, its students, and its associates get to positively impact the Chesterfield-Richmond community. When I'm out and about and I see our graduates at work celebrating the profession that they studied with us, I just can't tell you what that means to me.
Foundation, the Cameron K. Gallagher Foundation, Jacob's Chance,
40,000 minutes of broadcast talent donated.
Beyond Boundaries, the Virginia Down Syndrome Association,
Nonprofits telling their story, maximizing their impact.
Richmond Region Tourism, the Chesterfield Chamber of Commerce,
Partnerships that make a difference.
the Franco Office of Economic Development,
MIKEKINGBIZ, the social enterprise brand,
Girls for Change,
on a mission.
MIKEKINGBIZ.
Ladies and gentlemen,
customer complaints piling up like a sink. Children's Hospital Foundation, the Cameron K. Gallagher Foundation.
I didn't want
In a world where quality business information.
Okay.
This is why you need your team of women running things.
You want me to stop it, start again?
No, I got it, thank you. They think I can't do stuff.
Okay.
Well, a lot of times it is kind of.
You know, our last interview, your posse of women were not here and you had technical difficulties. I just want the record to show.
Well, you know, exactly. There are times me operating solo is a dangerous thing. People are like, are you going to edit? I'm like, did your grandfather edit? Are you going to go ask? You're lucky his finger ain't on the camera. Exactly. Am I good? Yeah, you're good. All right, let's do this.
In a world where quality business information is needed, we bring you On the Mic with Mike, the leading social enterprise business show in RVA.
Ladies and gentlemen, Mike King coming to you from the MIKEKINGBIZ Call Federal Credit Union Media Center, powered by Icon Realty Group. That's what we're doing. High above Henrico, this is where we are. You can follow me on all the social platforms at MIKEKINGBIZ, Instagram, Facebook, LinkedIn, Monday through Fridays, 10 a.m. to 12 p.m., as well as Saturdays, 6 a.m. Eastern on ESPN Richmond. I got the good friends back. The Girl Scouts are in the house. Yes, they are. So I feel safe now. You know, they got their Girl Scout gear. Yeah, I love a uniform. Mm-hmm. You know, hey, all them years in the Army, I do love a uniform. So when I see somebody come in a uniform, I'm like, oh, yes.
Mean business.
They mean business. They're not here. Plus, I always get tips from them. You guys got the Cracker Jack salespeople, and I'm a salesman. But, you know, some of the techniques that I think you guys are using as a 66-year-old man, I can't pull some of those off.
No.
No.
You need the girl to do that.
Yes, and that's right. So I told the stories where if I see them on one side, I would try and go in the other side. Sorry.
We're going to find you.
Yeah, and they do find me. Like, excuse me. The next thing I come in with a box of Girl Scout cookies, and I'm in trouble. Like, I'm up there eating all of them. But the last time you were here, you had brought the new one.
Yes, the last time I was here, brought the Explorer, which is our new Girl Scout cookie. So that'll be coming back again next year. But we are not here to talk about
Hold on 1 second. Hold on. Ladies and gentlemen, Johnny Joyner, here we go. The entertainment budget in this organization, top notch. We spared no expense. Well, we do. It came out of Five and Below, but that's for another story. Jani Joyner's here. Welcome to the program, ma'am.
Thank you for having me. Thank you.
Alrighty, let's get the sales pitch. Girl Scouts of the Commonwealth of Virginia. I shortchanged you a little while ago.
A little bit. Most people do. They don't know that, you know, they just assume Girl Scouts of Virginia. We are the Girl Scouts of the Commonwealth of Virginia.
We're going to put some respect on that name.
Put some respect on it.
Okay.
Yep.
And what makes you guys the top Girl Scout troop in the country?
Well, the top Girl Scout council in the country.
That's right.
We're the best council. I think what makes us the best, outside of our incredible girls, is our history. We are one of the oldest councils. The Girl Scout organization was founded in 1912. We started here in Commonwealth, Virginia in 1913.
Really?
Yes. So we are one of the oldest. And we are the home of the first Black Girl Scout troop in the South, founded right at Virginia Union.
These are things, see, ladies and gentlemen, if you live long enough, you'll learn. Yes. So really, I didn't know. So 1 year goes by, and it's the...
And we're here. And we started down in Hopewell area. And okay. So
you had your event a couple months back.
Mm-hmm. Power Promise, yes.
The color guard made my day. I mean, being in the Army for a long time, I've seen a lot. Mm-hmm. I never seen one. Some of them flag bearers, I don't know how they held it up.
They're small but mighty.
Yes,
that's exactly what a Girl Scout is. And we take our civic engagement very seriously.
Yes.
So we have our Girl Scout color guard. We have our girls doing the Promise and Law, the Pledge of Allegiance. We take it very seriously. So I'm glad that those girls stood out to you because we're proud
because of them. It is something between that and the uniform. It's about like the power of girl power.
Yeah.
And because the program is 60% women, we do highlight organizations, and the Girl Scout is one of them. So for ladies and gentlemen who can't see, the room is packed. Yes, is it packed?
It's packed.
It's a plethora of talent here. So we got Girl Scouts in the house. We got Elizabeth Ballard from the American Cancer Society. Yes. And we have Joe Oliver, our PR expert. She's mine, but she
also works with Girl Scouts. We met her at our Power Promise fundraiser, and she has been wonderful to work with.
There you go. So if you need any PR work, make sure you go check out Jill Oliver. Jill explains it all, and it's Joe Oliver. So just we're correct on that. Alrighty, ma'am. Why are we here today? So now that you've said,
it's Nonprofit Day. The Mike King Radio, right?
That's for sure. It's a nonprofit initiative where we're highlighting amazing nonprofits all in one day. And when we looked at that, I had to call two friends up right off the bat. Mm-hmm. We got the Girl Scouts here, and we got American Cancer.
Yes, and it's perfect timing because we are gearing up for tomorrow, August 8th, is our Girl Scout kickoff.
Okay.
Which is a big event for our leaders and volunteers so they can get ready for a new membership year with their troop. We have community partners that we're working with that they get to, you know, our troop leaders can connect with, all types of different events we're rolling out. It's the start of a new membership year at Girl Scouts, and we're so excited because this is where the magic really happens. Everyone knows about cookie season,
but it's a lot.
They're starting to learn about camp, but really we want to talk about the benefits of being a Girl Scout all year long because there are so many benefits to it. It's where girls go to learn life skills, become life ready, grow their confidence, make friends, try adventures, really push themselves beyond their limits. We are building future leaders. And
so when you were here before, you brought some Girl Scouts, and they're in varying sizes. And so, and I guess it's like when a person becomes a Girl Scout. Yeah, it's like a Marine. Like I was in the Army, so it's like, you know, I was in the Army. I met my wife in the Army. But you meet a person who was a Marine, they're like, they're a Marine in 1917. They're like, I'm a Marine.
Yeah.
Sir, yeah, I understand, but that was 9,000 years ago. People become Girl Scouts and they're lifelong Girl Scouts.
Oh.
I'm a Girl Scout.
We say, once a Girl Scout,
always a Girl Scout.
Always a Girl Scout.
I didn't know that was coming. And it's a commitment that it can change you.
It does change you. It's not even, it can
sisterhood.
change you. It changes. It's transformative. And I really want to hear from Elle, our Girl Scout, because she can tell us firsthand. But it is a transformational experience because you are connecting with people that you have may not have otherwise ever met. You are learning and seeing the world in new ways. You are earning badges that are proof of what you are learning and the skills you're building. I mean, it's transformative. And it's why the majority of Fortune 500 CEOs were Girl Scouts.
And the person who runs the council here used to be one, correct?
Our new CEO, Megan, was not a Girl Scout, but she is a lifelong camper, big on the outdoors.
That's what it was.
Yes.
Okay.
Oh, she's big on camping. And so that's why we did big camp push. We want to get as many people camping as possible because we have a great camp. We have a great camp
when girls come in, and sometimes they're kind of forced to come, but somebody took them there. Like I've had my sons, they were voluntold to do things, and there was no, I don't want to do it. Then they come there and they start seeing some people. And they find and they get their connection. They get their crew. Talk about what that's like because, you know, you can see the disgruntled look like, oh, I don't want to be here. And I don't know why, if I could get out of here and get back in that car and leave, to the point now all of a sudden they're jumping out before the car stops.
You know, that's funny because we experienced that with our Media Girls group. You met a few of our Media Girls last year or earlier this year, cookie season. Ella's a Media Girl. What's so funny is we created the group because the Girl Scouts should be the one talking and sharing their experience. It shouldn't be me. It should be the girls. They're living it. So many girls signed up and they were a little nervous about being a Media Girl. They liked the idea of it, or their mom was like, you need to do this.
You need to do this.
And they were nervous, but then you get around all the other girls and everyone's learning. Everyone's a little uncomfortable. Everyone's trying new things and getting in front of the camera and speaking on the microphone, and they're getting comfortable. And so you see how they're coming out of their shell and they're just blossoming right before your eyes. And it's so beautiful to witness. And that's the power of Girl Scouting.
Oh, I got to give a shout out to Jillian. She's one of your folks. They're one of your Girl Scouts. She has a new program with me. It's called Mind Over Match. It's her and Lights Out Desy, who was a 16-year-old two-time championship boxer nationwide. They're going to talk about stuff.
Yeah.
You know,
awesome.
to be 16 sports, what goes along with a little bit of hodgepodge of everything. And since I didn't have a girl and I always wanted, girls are a lot. I'm learning. Yes.
We're not
you're a lot. Good. A 13-year-old granddaughter. Yes, I'm learning. And bribery does not work.
No,
it
not with these new girls.
With 2 sons and 3 grandsons, bribery can work.
Not for Girl Scouts.
No, it does not. So, alrighty. So, you, as I said, you did not roll up solo. Elle is here, and you said, so Elle, you ready to step to the mic?
Yes.
All right. You kicking me out?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, Elle.
There you go. Wait, but you got to bring your stuff with you. You know, we're gonna look official up here.
Okay.
That's right. We can let people know. So,
Hello.
how are you?
Good. How about you?
You were made for this media thing. I can't have you on too much because I don't know. They might be not asking me back. How are you?
Good. How about you?
I'm good. How old are you?
I'm 10 years old.
How old?
10 years old.
You're 10?
Yes.
Okay. I was shocked. You are. So what level of Girl Scout are you?
I'm a cadet.
Okay, so run me through. I seen the little ones.
The daisies.
That's what they're daisies. And then there's daisies and then brownies.
Yes, and then juniors and then cadets and then seniors.
So it's not, you don't get to those by age, you get to those by accomplishments.
Yes. Right.
So in grades.
Mm-hmm.
So I see you got the swag on. Yes. It's kind of like me. You're wearing my stuff and you're wearing yours. So how long you been a Girl Scout?
I've been a Girl Scout since kindergarten. So yeah.
Man, you old. You've been a kindergarten that long? Okay, so, but you didn't know in the beginning you didn't want to do it. You just went, and when did you realize how cool being a Girl Scout was?
I noticed how cool being a Girl Scout was when I started liking it a lot, and when the meetings started getting more and more fun. I was just like, I really like this, and I put action into it, and I just built up into being a cadet.
Wow. You were good.
Thank you.
A lot of people come on and they're worried. So do you know what the term working a room is? Like a person like you an outgoing person, like you can light up a room?
Yes.
Okay, yeah, I can tell. Yeah, I can tell. That's a skill that works and it can help you a lot. Everyone does not have that.
Yes.
Everybody does not. So what's your favorite subject in school?
My favorite subject in school is definitely social studies. I love reading, I love writing, and a lot of other stuff. So
I see you have your book there. Are you a journaler? You write?
I would say yes, but I'm more of talking to myself. I journal a lot, but I'm more of I talk to myself in my room kind of person.
Do you go back and read your stuff?
Yes,
a
lot.
Do?
Yes.
What do you say when you read it?
I'm just I was mad at this.
I'm ready to yes, because I never was the journaler type, and then my mom died, and so I was writing all kinds of stuff. I'm writing her, and I didn't read it for a lot of years, and then I read it. I'm like, it scared me. I'm like, oh Lord. Yeah. That's why when anybody comes, I always ask them about if you're a journaler or a writer. Some people say yes. Other people I just had to get it out that day, and that day is done. But you go back and so what school do you go to?
I'm going to Fallen Creek Middle School.
Okay. Best thing you're going there?
Yes.
Okay. Going. What school did you come from?
I came from Desy Academy.
Okay. What was the best thing you liked about that school?
I liked that we had hot lunch, which that is basically a restaurant like Chick-fil-A. It will bring us food for the kids, and we used to order it, and Chick-fil-A's would be on Thursdays, or Panera will be on Mondays or Tuesdays.
What's that school?
Desy Academy.
I need to go there. I definitely need to go there. All right, so did you go to summer camp?
Yes, I do. I just finished summer camp. I'm actually getting ready to go to school in 17 days, and
wow, yes. you are right on point. See, it wasn't like I'm going to school soon. I'm going to school in 17 days. Just to be clear about that. All right, so what was the best thing about summer camp?
Summer camp, I got to see my friends that went to my school. My brother also was a volunteer at this summer camp. My mom and my dad ran this summer camp, and it was very fun. We had popsicle days. We went in the gym and played dodgeball and played kickball. Yeah. It was very fun.
They let y'all play dodgeball? Mom, you let them play the old school dodgeball? Real dodgeball. So for the people right now, I didn't think you were allowed to do that anymore. Okay, I'm ready to say, because like I tell my grandkids, what I did to your dad, it'd be frowned upon. So that was dodgeball back in the day, but we had those big red balls, and none of that. We were trying to hammer each other. Okay, so no more of that. Okay, how about the outdoorsy thing? Are you one of them people? You like that?
No, I am not an outdoorsy person, but Girl Scouts has definitely helped me with being more of an outdoorsy person.
What is it? Is it the bugs?
Yeah,
or the heat?
It's everything.
It's not just one thing. It's like, I hear you. Alrighty, so I always get to the point where you ask a person, so what do you want to be when you grow up? I hate asking.
I definitely want to be a med spa worker. I want to build my own business and go into the Botox and the skincare and makeup. So I'm more of a cosmetic person.
Okay. So, and that's a world. So what do you have all those things? Do you practice and you do all that stuff with?
Yes, I do have a mannequin nail, and I practice nails, and I have a fake face, and I practice makeup, and I'm going to the point now where I want to practice hair. So.
Okay. So this is a business show. I always ask people, how do you make a dream come true? Because you see people, and there are people like, I'm going to do this and I'm going to do that. Yeah. You seem like we getting this done.
Yes. What I would say is just work at it and keep on doing it. Because if you let your dreams fall, it's going to go, all the work that you've been working on, it's just going to fall all to pieces. So keep on working at it, even though it's it might be hard sometimes. Keep on working at it. Just like I have a YouTube channel. And I don't have that much. I have 68 followers, but I have to keep on working in order if I want to be popular like the other things. But the most thing is I'm passionate about it. I don't want it just for the followers or people just to see me. I'm actually passionate about it. So go check it out. It's Naomi Knows.
See, folks.
With a Z.
That's what I'm talking about. You represent telling people what to do with your business. There's so many people who are scared. They're like, oh, I don't. And I tell people, it only has 68 people. Say hello to 68 people. Like, hi, my name is Mike. Hi, man. You know what? So everybody who's come there, you're giving them something that they want. It's inspiration. You're able to use it. I always say, for me, my business, can I be an influencer if I have, I post something, I get 10 likes, 2 shares, and 1 comment? Yeah.
Yeah.
I can, because people will see and don't ever say anything. They won't comment, so they'll do all the things. So congratulations on you. Does anybody ever say you're the oldest 10-year-old in the world? You're a mature 10?
So I have a lot of family members that say I look like a 12-year-old.
I'm not going to say anything, but that's why it kind of threw me off when you said 10. I mean, 10? Did you just become 10 or you're almost 11?
I'm almost 11. I'm going to turn 11 in January next year.
What day in January?
January 15th.
Okay, you're a Capricorn. No wonder you're out there hustling like that. I'm one, so we recognize that. You have a path that you're looking to do. I want entrepreneurship. It does give you the freedom to do what you want, but it's also certain things. And I'm keep doing this media thing too, because there's a lot of people, if you can't tell people what you have to tell them to have them understand what you do, you're able to do a lot more than a lot of people who don't get it. They're like, I have a business. People say, I have a small business. I'm like, no, I have a business. It's small when it need to be. Like when the government was giving out money, I'm like, yeah, I got a small business, plus I'm old, plus I'm a vet, and a minority. Which one? Can I use all of those? Yes, we're using those. So congratulations to you. Tell somebody who's out there and their mom or dad saying, we want you to go to Girl Scouts. And they're like, I don't want to go and do that. Tell folks why they need to join the Girl Scouts.
You need to join Girl Scouts because you might like it. And Girl Scouts is all about having different interests. It's all about the world. It's globally, and just work at it and you might like it. They have camping if you're an outdoorsy person. They have cosmetic camp. I actually just went there, and they have all different interests. So you might like it. Just try it out.
You're good.
Thank you.
I don't even know what to say now. I'm like, all right, so what is your YouTube again?
It's Naomi Knows. It's NAOM, 2 I's, and it's KNOWZ.
Naomi Knows.
Yes.
That's what I'm talking about. And the Girl Scouts, we'd like to thank you for coming to the program. It's amazing, and congratulations. Keep up the work. So clearly you didn't, and I'm going back to this outdoorsy thing because, I do it because I've had to. I'm not exactly the person. So as much as you didn't like the outdoors and you did it, but you liked the cosmetology part.
Yes.
And so you did. What was the best part about that?
I would say just having fun and like, even though like it's just like you still have to do the stuff you don't like, but you have to do stuff you like the stuff that you do like. It's just having fun and having interest and putting work into your interest.
See, folks, that right there is just a couple of things that's called home training. For people who don't understand what that is go look it up. And that's right there. That's what the Girl Scouts are all about. So congratulations. And you are a cadet again? No.
Yeah. Cadet, yes.
You're a cadet. There you go. Outstanding work as a cadet. Can I get some of those? No, I can't. Sorry.
Accomplishment.
Oh. I just can't say, hey, I know low. And no, that's not working. I think I'm too old to be trying stuff like that.
You're man enough to be a Girl Scout.
Yes.
Maybe younger days. I mean, if there's nothing hard, I could take the harassment. But if it is something that's manual labor type thing, I think I have to leave it to the young folks. On the mic with Mike, the Girl Scouts of the Commonwealth of Virginia. We put respect on that name. But I should thank you for coming into the program. Thank you. Have a good luck now.
Thank you.
Yay.
Great job, Elle.
All right, well, hold on, Elle, don't go anywhere yet. Yeah, you're gonna have to sit here. We're gonna take this picture, Joe. Could you?
Okay.
Bryant and Stratton College has been making an impact for over 170 years. I'm so excited that our new location puts us closer to employers, makes us more accessible, and allows us to design a campus that is student-centered and meets the needs of our employer partners.
So the question is around location and how this happened. It was a result of a great deal of planning and forethought. It was a result of trying to decide what was the right location for some sort of facility like this. And so when Bryant Stratton expressed interest, I was in full support. This location means a lot. It's near Chippenham Hospital, it's near Powhite Expressway, and it is also near Chippenham. So this location is about as perfect as you can get for a college like Bryant Stratton.
Accessibility is so important to us. We want to ensure that our students, our staff, our faculty, and our employers can get to us. I'm so excited. This is the first time that we've ever been on a bus route. So our students won't have to address that hurdle on top of all of the other things that they're balancing.
It means something to the people of Chesterfield County, especially with the branding of Chesterfield here. I like to always say Virginia State University is the University of Chesterfield. Bryant Stratton is the College of Chesterfield, and it's just a perfect pairing. They're closer being here to where the most students in the region go to, that we try and train and prepare for careers, but Bryant and Stratton can definitely take them to the next step.
Moving our campus was a tough decision. We've been on Hall Street for over 30 years. But relocating to Gateway off of Midlothian Turnpike really cements our future. We are investing in our Chesterfield-Richmond community as well as our students.
It is so important to have Bryant Stratton in our community. You have an opportunity as a student to be able to learn and to grow and to become. When it comes right down to it, have you lived a life to its fullest blossoming? And what Bryant Stratton is able to do is create that opportunity so you live your life to fullest blossoming and greatest good.
The Chesterfield Chamber
Creating partnerships that make a difference.
Triangle Office of Economic Development.
MIKEKINGBIZ, the social enterprise brand on a mission. MIKEKINGBIZ.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to On the Mic with Mike King here, coming to you from the MIKEKINGBIZ Call Federal Credit Union, powered by Icon Realty Group. We're coming to you from high above Henrico. You can follow me on all the social platforms, which are LinkedIn, Facebook, Instagram, 10 a.m. to 12. That is the show, as well as Saturday, 6 a.m. Eastern Time. That is on ESPN Richmond. That's where you find MIKEKINGBIZ. Alrighty, ladies. So people know I go way back, my good friends, with the Ronald McDonald House of Richmond. Well, mine was the Ronald McDonald House of Philly, but that's another story because I'm from Philadelphia, so all the things you hear about us are probably true. Yes, they are probably true, but we're here with the good friends from the Ronald McDonald House. They had an event that was like one of the first things I went to that was really big and over the top. It was the gala. Shout out to Reba Hollingsworth. That's where I met her at. Turned into a really good friend. Alrighty, ladies, tell us who you are and what you do.
Well, I am Elena Brennan. I'm the Development Director at Ronald McDonald House Richmond. Thank you so much for having us.
Yep, and I'm Megan Butcher. I'm the Director of Special Events for Ronald McDonald House Richmond. Very new to the team, but excited to be a part of something so great.
So you're new to the team, new to nonprofit world?
Sort of. I come from an association world.
Okay.
So similar but not the same. Happy to be serving such an amazing mission.
Alrighty, ladies. Tell us the Ronald McDonald House really story. What do you guys do? We all kind of know. You know, you see the houses, you see, all the things, but there's so much more that goes on that's involved with the Ronald McDonald House charities. Tell us about it.
That's true. So I think a lot of people recognize our name, have a sense of us supporting families whose children are receiving medical treatments, but it's not altogether known all the ways that we do serve those families. So we have been in Richmond serving families since 1980 through our capstone program, our Monument Avenue Ronald McDonald House,
which is beautiful.
It's a beautiful home. However,
you guys are getting ready to move.
That's true. We that home has 9 bedrooms and has served the community very well, but there is far greater need than we have the ability to serve in that location. So some of the ways that we support families is through lodging. And I think that is something that people think about often when they think about the Ronald McDonald House. But we also do we have an enormous meal program. We have transportation services, laundry services. We create community with our families so that they can support one another when their children are going through difficult medical treatments. It's really a very special place. And in addition to our Monument Avenue house, we also have in-hospital locations. And those are some that are a little bit behind the curtain that maybe some folks haven't heard of or seen before. So we have a second Ronald McDonald House that opened with the new Children's Hospital Tower at VCU.
Beautiful.
It's a gorgeous space, also has 4 sleep rooms there and a family room, and is open to in-hospital patients, folks with just coming in for doctor's appointments. So we have folks in and out of that location all day long, 8 a.m. to 9 p.m., getting food, running laundry, visiting our only outdoor balcony to get some fresh air, taking a nap, getting some rest, getting all the supplies and things that they need to make their hospital stay comfortable. And then we also have a family room and sleep rooms at Bon Secours St. Mary's. We have a family room at Johnson Willis Hospital, HCA Johnson Willis, and we have a kiosk with supplies, comfort items, snacks at Bon Secours St. Mary's Hospital.
So the Johnson Willis, I think I was at the ribbon cutting there. That was about a year or so ago.
I think we're coming on 2 years.
Maybe it's been that long.
Yes,
okay.
Yes, time flies.
Time does fly. So a good friend of mine, Stephanie Becker, she runs Better Together. And she says, I asked her one time, how you doing? And she goes, when you don't ask a parent that of a child who's sick. Because if I really told you, you'd run away and your hair would be on fire. When people show up, kids don't show up sick to Ronald McDonald. Whole families come. And that it affects the whole family. So you guys are in the business. And when I went to the house, I mean, it was really cool. So I go before COVID. And then, after we talked about what changed. You guys had to go through some changes, but the mission still goes on. And there's things when I walk in, you see the bottle caps. It's like, wow. I mean, one, that container's huge.
Yes. We collect a lot of pop tops.
Yes, and it's something that when you walk in, you start getting, and a friend of mine, as I said, had cooked meals there, and we recorded a TV show. It's a house because when people show up, sometimes at a moment's notice, they show up. And we think of it from being from Richmond. People come from far and wide. They don't know the town. They're in hospitals, and we've all been in the hospital waiting rooms, and it's like, okay, time can't go any slower. Families show up with kids. See, I've been around the
Yes, you have. You've seen it all.
It's a while. Because what I thought was really cool when you had the board in the kitchen to let people know about activities. Because, you have other kids there, parents are there trying to take care of the ones who are sick. But then all of a sudden you have the rest of the family, who are bored just trying to figure out how to make it. So when we talk to you about whether it's the development side, you guys are always helping people. What is it that the Ronald McDonald House needs?
So we are entirely community run, supported. So we have corporate partners, we've got individuals who support us, we have friends in the community, and our number one support system is our volunteer base. So we have families and volunteer groups that come in and make meals for our families twice a day. We have lunch volunteers who come in the morning and prepare lunch, and those lunches get distributed to all of our sites and families. We have groups that come in the afternoon and make dinners for the families in the house, or serve meals at our Children's Hospital of Richmond location. We have folks who run food drives and snack drives to help stock our pantries, and they'll do that at their places of business. We have folks who run our hospitality carts, which are a very special volunteer opportunity where you can bring a cart, kind of like a stewardess on a plane, to the in hospital and outpatient floors of the Children's Hospital, St. Mary's, Johnston Willis. And we provide coffee and snacks and activities for the kids and their siblings, comfort items like teddy bears and warm blankets and all these things that just sort of bring a moment of joy, and you get to be, Santa Claus for a moment. So that's a wonderful volunteer opportunity.
All right, how can we get information about the Ronald McDonald House?
All of this is on our website, ronaldmcdonaldhouserva.org. You can see information about volunteer opportunities, some of the impact that we're making in the community, the impact of our meal program, which is huge, a huge part of the work that we do, and the number of families that we connect with. It's all there on the website.
So shout out to all the people. My dad would always say, change of the world ain't cheap, easy, or free. Money got to change hands somewhere. And when you have the corporate support, the volunteers, and all the people that basically make magic happen. Because when people show up, sometimes they don't have their clothes, all those things. They just said, we got to get to Richmond. And then they get to Richmond, like, oh, we don't have anything. What do we do? So congratulations to you guys with all the things that you do. So shout out to the volunteers as well, because that's something, it really helps organizations who they may have the limited staff to do all that stuff that you guys do.
That's right.
And then all of a sudden the volunteers are out there. So shout out to volunteers. So that's the serious side of it. Okay.
Correct.
Now we're getting ready to get to the fun. While we're here, hold on one second. Ladies and gentlemen, as my man Bill Martin would say, MIKEKINGBIZ, no budget. There's no budget for my sound effects, but clearly it's my granddaughter from 5 and below. So I just want to make that clear. All righty, ma'am, we're coming up to your big gala.
Yes, Red Shoe Rendezvous, coming up on September 11th at Main Street Station. Our theme this year is a secret garden. So lots of beautiful blooms and a lot of great silent and live auction items for our guests to interact with throughout the evening. And this is our largest fundraiser of the year, and certainly an event you won't want to miss. It's honestly had a beautiful evolution over the last few years and doubled in size. So we're just so excited to continue that growth and continue welcoming new attendees, new sponsors, and really be able to highlight our ambassador family this year, which is a huge part of the event as well, getting them the opportunity to tell their story in front of so many so many people who care about our mission. So
this is a business show. Yes, we are. Sponsors. I'd like to thank my sponsors as we're on that topic. Give a shout out to Call Federal Credit Union and Icon Realty Group. Ma'am, you guys got sponsors. Can people still sponsor?
Absolutely.
The lady said absolutely. Yes, we are not turning down any sponsors. Okay, give us the information on what they need to do. Who do they need to contact to help fund this dream?
Yes, absolutely. So our sponsors are a huge part of this event. There's a lot of different ways to get involved and invest into the event. But you can view all of the sponsorship packets on our website, ronaldmcdonaldhouserva.org/gala. That's also where you can purchase your individual or couples tickets. So please check that out. And we would love to see you there with your whole table of people.
Okay, that's right. Get you a table, folks. You got peoples.
Yeah.
Get with your people. All right, so the date of that, once again, September
11th, Main Street Station.
At Main Street Station. And what I'd known you guys from before was after that, you guys would have your golf tournament. And I didn't say I thought that was kind of crazy, but it did seem a little bit funny that, okay, well, maybe the people go to the gala and maybe they don't party so hard that they can't do something the next day.
Mm-hmm.
But now you guys have moved it.
Yep.
Okay, let's get the particulars on the move.
Yes, so about a month after, when you've recovered from all the gala fun, you can come join us for our golf tournament. That is October 19th. Oh, sorry, 19th. Oh, I always do that. October 19th.
It's a Monday.
Monday, yes. We'll have, again, just some fantastic silent auction items, a great turnout always. So yeah, we hope you'll join us for golf after you've had fun with us at Gala.
That's right. So get out there and so you guys need teams, I would guess.
We do.
We need sponsors for that as well.
Yeah, exactly. So if Gala is not your jam, or if you want to party with both of us,
you can come on out.
That's right. Come on out.
When I ask people, I asked you whether you're in the nonprofit world. I ask people all the time. There's certain people go into that world, and it's not for everyone. Talk about so when people show up to the Ronald McDonald house, sometimes they come in not a very good way. Then all of a sudden, what's it like when the light comes on and they say, all right, I got here and now I'm sort of taken care of? Because that's what you guys do. What's that like when you look around and they get it?
It's really special. It's so special to be a part of, to feel that you are wrapping your arms around a family that's in their greatest moment of need. Families will say things like, I came in, I had a hot meal for the first time, after eating out of the vending machine, and say, I feel like a person again. You devote all your time and energy to caring for your child, making sure they can access the best health care possible, and there's not anything left for you. So having us here to take care of the caregiver frees them to devote their time and energy to making sure that their child is having the best medical treatments, that they understand what's happening, that they can be present and give all of their attention to their child. That's where we step in, make sure that they have their needs, their basic needs and more met. And that they've developed a community of people that they can go to when they need support.
So you're on the development side, and a lot of times that's so important because you take the real financial burden off the families.
That's right.
Because if we're staying in hotels, we ain't doing this. And on top of that, there's so many things that you miss. Camaraderie, the food, all those things. There's somebody guiding you saying, This is Richmond. Okay, this is where you go to for all those things, but that needs to help with donations and sponsors and the people to offer help in that way. So one last time, let us know how people could help you and what you guys need. You always need to tell people.
Yes. So once again, if you are the type of person who likes to party, come to one of our events. If you're the kind of person who wants to bring their family out and develop a culture of philanthropy with your children, come make a meal at the house, your whole family. We have volunteers who are young children, as long as they're with an adult, to really experience what it is like to give back in that way. It's a very special experience. If you have, if you're part of a company who likes to do community events, we will come to you and you can make activity kits or snack bags to help stock our pantry. We have so many ways to partner with us. If you want to see all the options, again, our website is ronaldmcdonaldhouserva.org, and we list all the ways that you can support.
Because it really is a house. It's like there's a laundry room. There is in the military we call it day room, like a den where, families come to it. So when you walk in, there's somebody to greet you too, because you never know how people are going to be. They're unknown. They're coming at different times, and then they get there to you. So it's all the things. It truly is a house. Okay, but now we got to get to you guys are moving to new dates, and you guys are in a capital campaign. That's what they call it in your world, right?
That's correct.
Okay, I just want to be sure.
That is right.
But the idea of it is you guys have outgrown that house.
We have. We have folks that we have to put up in hotels, and that is not nearly the experience.
I can imagine. Plus, that ain't cheap.
Mm-hmm. That's true. That is true. So we're in a capital campaign to raise funds to break ground on a new, larger Ronald McDonald house, and it'll be in Jackson Ward on Lee Street, right off of Belvedere.
Right on the corner.
Right on the corner. It's really the entrance to downtown Richmond. It'll be conveniently located off of 95, so that all of our families accessing their medical teams can get there very easily. We'll be a mile away from the Children's Hospital of Richmond, which is our largest referral partner at the moment. And it will have the amenities that will allow us to serve more families. So there'll be suites that will be appropriate for immunocompromised families. We'll have 2 large kitchens, one for our families and one for volunteers to be coming in, so they all have their separate spaces. We'll have, a fitness area for families because they, you need to stress relieve at all hours, and that will give them access to, a treadmill and some gym equipment to relieve stress. As always, we'll have a huge pantry. Families can access any time of the day, whenever their medical appointments are available, transportation to appointments, all the things we have now, just bigger, better, and more appropriate for all the variety of needs that families might have.
I forgot about the transportation piece. What am I doing? Why am I even here? Because, sometimes people show up. Maybe they don't have the transportation, don't know the way around. Okay, ladies, one last time. The date of the gala is?
September 11th, Main Street Station.
Get your tickets.
Yes.
Don't wait for the tickets. And sponsors, don't wait. Mm-hmm. You want to put and I know because the amount of people there, and the influential people as well. So as a sponsor, we're talking about people who can have an impact. Some folks who we want to say they got some discretionary dollars to be able to do the thing. So you want to put your name and your brand in front of them. So September 11th and October 19th. There you go.
That's right. Those are the dates.
Yeah.
That's the dates. Get to the Ronald McDonald house. Go ride by and wave. Go to the site. Make sure you're doing it because they're moving to Jackson Ward. How long does your campaign run? The capital campaign.
Well, we are hoping that we will be able to break ground on phase 1 of our campaign in late spring of next year.
Oh, really? You guys rolling like that?
It's rolling fast. That's right. So, hopefully sometime in 2028, probably later in the year, we will have we'll be able to open our doors. And have 32 rooms available, up from our 15.
And you guys make the 15 work.
Yeah.
You guys make it work.
We do make it work.
And one part is when you're looking at funding, you have the house and the cost to do it there. When you start putting people in hotels,
yes,
you're driving. So thank you to the sponsors and supporters who do all the things that you do to make the Ronald McDonald House experience work for them. On the mic, anything else, ladies? I know you got your talking points. Did we cover everything?
You did a great job.
Yes, thank you.
We're just so grateful to be here and to share all the work that we're doing.
All righty, folks. We're going to be back. This is the nonprofit experience initiative. What we're doing is we're highlighting nonprofits